Welcome back, boys. Another episode of the Liga Lounge here coming at you. Season 2, episode 11. I think we got a really good episode coming for you boys today. Houston, how you doing, man?
I'm doing really well, fantasy aside. I'm out of the playoff run officially, but that's okay. I'm having a great time with the show. I'm rooting for my co-host Dan and Josh. And Dan, we also got a big announcement at the end of the show. Like a big announcement.
Yeah, this is huge, boys. So make sure you stick around to the end for sure.
Yeah.
But Houston, let's start it off with some Monday night recap, or just basically last week recap. We had a couple of close games out there last week, huh?
Yeah, I put up the lowest egg of the week against Forbes.
Typical.
Another fun fact I was told in the pre-meeting, Dan, was I have the least points for by almost 100 points. So nothing to be proud of. I am in the lead for Chode of the year again. So
yeah, definitely not a stat you want to have on your team there, Houston. Boys, make sure you're paying attention to the points for, because that's coming up with big implications here pretty soon.
It is. That's going to be a hot topic very soon for this upcoming week. But to actual games that mattered, Timmy, number 2 seed, playing Max, now the 6th seed, beat Max by 2 points.
Squeaked it out.
Holy crap. And were there any Monday night games that this came down to, or Monday night players? Oh, they both had Max had the Buffalo kicker, 2 points. And he, under a normal week, right? You get 5-6 points. Yeah. Max will squeak out. But like you saw in the pregame, right? The ball's just going sideways 50 yards.
They weren't even kicking extra points in that game, so it was that bad, man.
That sucks. I don't think there are any other players.
I believe he missed. Max had the lead, and he missed the field goal, I believe.
Oh, God. Gosh, that would hurt if true, man.
Yeah, and Timmy had Buffalo D, too. So on a normal week, you expect more than 14 and 10 points scored, too.
Yeah.
Max was probably
did not go his way.
On his couch going, oh, man.
Yeah. Another good game we had there, Houston, was me and Kevin. Kevin squeaked it out on me, 2.5 points.
Talk about you some more, Dan. You're always in the thick of it. He squeaked you out. Let's see, any Sunday night games? Was that the
he had Josh Allen going into Monday night. I was locked in. He had Josh Allen, and he squeaked it out, man. I was actually kind of on the side of hoping, really happy that it was snowing and windy, because I was like, I got a chance. Come on. And
yeah, you didn't have any Sunday night players too. It looked like you were squared away early.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good game though. George Kittle really effed you.
And Houston, we got to mention too, because this was a huge loss for Eric, but Forbes clutching the W against Eric as well last week. Knocked Eric pretty much out of the playoffs, which we'll get into. Actually, Houston, we might as well just get into it right now.
Let's get into it now. So Eric lost to Forbes, who, by the way, Forbes, going into Sunday till like 10, 11 a.m., wasn't his lineup. He had his Thursday night player in, and that was it. The rest of his players were all on his bench.
Bold.
In Eric's head, and it worked. But, yeah, he lost that. So getting into the playoff picture now, Dan, as we talk about this upcoming week's games. So credit to Kevin, our commissioner, FTC. He gave us this info. The playoff picture is set. Seeding to be TBD. But Eric is the one person who has a chance to make the playoffs. Not only does Max have to lose this weekend, but Eric has to get 100. They will be tied with Max at the 6th seed. Then it comes down to points for. Eric is currently about 100 points behind Max. He needs to beat Max as well as him losing by 100 points.
Yes.
So, I mean, Eric, go pick up a player who's going to go put up 35 somehow. You have Darren Waller, who's hurt. I don't know what you're going to do. Maybe Van Jefferson goes off for 200 yards and 2 TDs. Hail Mary time.
He needs to drop like 170 points and have Max drop 70 or something like that. It's the longest shot there is, basically, but that's the only, there's hope, Eric. So cling tight.
If he puts up more than 100 points than Max does, he'll, Max probably lost too.
Yeah, and he probably won. Yeah. Unless is Max playing you this week, Houston?
That was a good one. That's a good one. Let's see. No, I'm playing Forbes again. So a lot of important matchups on the consolation bracket.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Some other things going on, Houston. We got some seeding battles happening right now. So the top 6 are pretty much set unless Eric gets that miracle dub. But Josh is locked in at number 1. We got Timmy and Kevin fighting for number 2, which should be a good fight there. Thinking Timmy's gonna squeak that one out at number 2. Kevin at 3, Murph at 4. Me and Murph play each other. I'm 5, so that could be a little flip-flop action there, 4 to 5.
Yeah.
And same with Max. Max got the same record as me at 7 and 6. So if Max wins and Murphy loses, he could bump up as well. So
bump up, and that's all who you're playing, right? Does Max want to bump up and play Josh in the next round if he wins, or right now if he wins his playoff round, he'd go and play Timmy in the next round? So
yeah.
That's all how it shakes out. I didn't know you could be bumped around there, Dan. Kevin's playing Josh. That's going to be a tough one. Mr. Campbell's soup. Good. What is that even after? What? Another topic, another day.
Houston, I was telling Ruben earlier this week too. I was like, dude, I might just throw this game so that way I can get a better spot for myself in the whole playoff bracket picture. So
for the record, there, Dan is saying he thinks he would rather play Josh than Timmy.
100%. Much rather play Josh than Timmy. Much rather play Murph than Kevin.
Any comment, Josh?
Or I'm sorry, Kevin than Murph. Rather play Kevin than Murph.
Yeah, you better hope Derrick Henry doesn't come back by the time you play me, buddy boy.
I ain't worried about
it. 6 to 10 week rehab that starts after the bye. So
I thought he was out for the season.
No, he can come back.
He's saying there's a chance. He's saying there's a chance.
And there's a chance. He still won without him too. Credit to Josh.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So let's go to one topic outside of fantasy football, and then we're gonna get to the big announcement.
Yeah.
College football. The playoffs are set. Bama 1, Michigan 2, Georgia 3, Cincy 4. Bama's playing Cincy. Michigan is playing Georgia. Dan, I'm gonna start because I'm heated AF.
Go ahead, bud.
I think Michigan should have gone 1, and I think we should be playing Cincy at 4. But even if we weren't bumped, I think Georgia should have been bumped to 4, because everyone says, here's the quick logic. Everyone goes, oh, Alabama, they proved so much by handily beating Georgia. Okay, well, as much as that says about Bama to jump Michigan, it then says that much worse about Georgia, which should drop them back. Therefore, we should be playing Cincy. Am I biased? Yes, I want to play Cincy. I think we lose to any of those other 2 SEC teams. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on your outlook there, man. I mean, I think, just like you said, Michigan, Bama, there's a decent debate there for number 1 in all reality, because Bama does have like the best win of any team in college football this year, right? So tough to for sure say that. But Georgia hanging in there at 3 was purely just because they didn't want to put 2 SEC teams versus each other.
They didn't want the rematch.
Yeah.
They didn't want the rematch.
And it didn't make any sense. Only solid side take, Hughes, is, man, if Michigan could do it, if Michigan could beat Georgia and then beat Alabama, that is such a fuck you to the SEC that it would just be it would be like the coolest national championship ever, I feel like.
It would be pretty badass.
Yeah.
I think the whole La Liga studio production here will get the Block M on their ass cheek, right?
They do it, I'm in, Hughes. Fuck it.
Yeah. I can't wait to have you, Josh. Can't wait to have you.
No comment. All right.
No. Dan, I think it's time. The announcement.
I couldn't find that emoji. Sorry, I was looking for the thumbs down emoji.
Yeah, I was really surprised you weren't talking there, Josh. All right, here's the announcement, man.
You want to do it? We haven't rehearsed this at all. This is ad hoc. This is just us living. All right, I'll start. So we've had a lot of lightning rounds, betting, making you guys money. And we've thought, how can we get the league involved more? And this happened with Josh, our producer, Dan, our math statistician, and me without here, all my hair, sweat, and grit here. Here's what we're doing. We're opening a sports book.
Yeah.
We're opening a sports book. There's no exaggeration in that. This is backed FDIC insured, okay, with Apex broker dealer backing it. And we have a college play. Here's your first odds right here. Here they are. You have Josh
Anybody in
Carl.
the league, anybody not in the league even too. I don't even care. Can make bets with real money on these odds right here for the championship game of the 2021 La Liga season. You're looking at the odds. Do you want to bet on Josh to win? You make $10. You get a plus 230 odds on that, baby.
Yep.
You might as well go in there and get it while the getting's good, boys.
Yep.
Real fun addition here, Houston. I'm looking forward to this. I really hope the boys rally around it and we get some money flowing, dude. It'll be so fun.
Maximum $20 bets right now.
Yep.
Until we get our trust license in the state of Michigan. But yeah, Dan, I've heard Dan's already placed a bet on himself to win.
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to. We got to work out the rules and regulations.
He bet
of it if I'm allowed to
$20.
bet.
Dan bet $20, so when he wins the championship, he's gonna get 80.
Yep.
I mean, this is real stuff. We are backing you. This is public info. You can sue us if you don't get your money. But we're just excited for this announcement. It's gonna make we talked every person that came on, Dan, their one complaint. Everyone had different complaints, but the one complaint they had in common was that there wasn't this involvement. There wasn't this community. People weren't involved. They weren't chatting. They weren't talking. Right now, people will start talking when money is on the line. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Josh here, he wants us to talk about some of how we develop these lines here. And it's using some of the player prop bets on other sports books that we cross-reference. We are using player matchups on who is playing who, quarterback, wide receiver stacks, injuries,
First
round buys, right? Which gives Timmy and Josh one less game they have to play, gives them, better odds. I mean, this is sophisticated shit. This is legal shit. Don't tell or ask your tax advisor about it, but it's happening and it's going to be a fucking blast.
Yeah, he was so excited for this, man.
I mean, I'm placing bets. I hope Forbes and everyone else that are out of the playoffs. Ruben, where you at? Jeff, come on. Let's go in, have some fun, make some bets on some of these horses.
That's the beauty of it too, Hughes, is it gets the people that are out of the playoff picture back with some skin in the game, man. I mean, great example, bottom of the league, but you're gonna throw some bets out there and see what happens with it, man. I mean,
how much did I pay? How much did I pay this FTC? How much for the buy-in? Was it 150? I don't even remember.
I think it was 150, something like that.
125.
Yeah.
I might try to make some of that money back.
There you go. Yeah, boys, make your league dues back. Make your league dues back. A $20 bet. Yeah. Get you there.
Yep. And looking forward to these odds are going to change next week. You're too much of a pussy, which most of you will be. Dan's going to make a bet. I bet Forbes is drunk, makes a bet at 4 a.m. to me. I bet he does.
I bet he does too.
But Kevin's not going to. Timmy's not going to. He's going to say, "Oh, I'm gonna." He won't. He won't. He'll be up 20 points in the championship and he want to make a bet. And I'm like, dude, you're minus $10,000. Pay $10 to make a penny. Get out of here. So, listen, I'm excited. And going forward, these odds are going to change. And next year, especially, we're going to have week-to-week bets, right? Me and Dan are facing off, commissioners.
Woo!
You want to bet against Dan and Houston playing? Go ahead. You don't see odds on your sports book? Text us. We'll tell you.
Yeah, boys. Big announcement from us here. The La Liga Sportsbook. Well, actually, Houston, that's another thing we got to talk about. We're going to post in the text that Josh sends, because we want to come up with a cool, clever name for this, the sportsbook, basically.
We thought
right?
about the Liga Lounge Sportsbook. We want you guys to decide.
Yep. So give us your best suggestions in the text group. I was thinking La Sportsbook, but I really don't care what the hell it is. We're going to take all your money.
Play on lounge something or other, sports book, lounge book. I don't know. Lounge book. I don't know. I'm too fucking excited to think straight.
We came up with enough good ideas today, Hughes. It's time to let the people come up with some other good ideas. You know what I mean?
8 followers. You guys are our heart and soul. Appreciate you every day. FTC, Dan.
Yeah. FTC. Way to round out the episode there, Hughes. Really brought it all together. But
so I emotions came out. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. Later, boys.